Good luck. Touch him up.
All right, here we go.
A 1-point win for Malignaggi.
He was marketable and still had some big money fights ahead of him. This is yet another payday for Malignaggi on his way to potentially bigger things should he win.
Feet by 18 feet inside the ropes. This is 20 feet by 20 feet inside the ropes. That 2 feet.
A little bit of difference, some punches. You know, Diaz says that in the first fight and in this particular fight, he's been working, and say to yourself, this is not going to happen in the next fight.
There's no wasted movement, and he's staking out the center of the ring, and just flat-footed enough, it seems, to control the action in the middle.
He was 4 of 38 on his jabs.
Going to knock you out. In the meantime, you can offset the rhythm of the other guy's jab and maybe land some of your own.
For the Diaz fans here in Chicago. Malignaggi smothering the onslaught from Diaz.
Wise thing right now, staying at a distance and scoring from a distance.
The other guy creeps into the fight. Diaz doesn't have that problem. He's consistent.
Left hand by Diaz. Max, to go back to the point you just brought up about sometimes he sort of takes some rounds off.
Maintain that consistency and control of their opponent. That has not yet been Malignaggi in his career.
On the left eye of Diaz, combination from Malignaggi.
Yeah, Malignaggi is looking very relaxed, very smooth, fast punches, using his feet very well, confident in this round.
Over backwards to give a certain guy a round, potentially from decisions we've seen recently, scorecards. I'm very curious to see if anyone did, because Malignaggi won both those first 2 rounds.
Pop up there, he gave the first 2 rounds to Malignaggi.
Damaging blows, but Malignaggi has landed more clean shots.
Hooks to the body, uppercut from Malignaggi, then Diaz lands another left and a right hand on top of it.
Malignaggi was standing flat-footed, egging Diaz on to come inside, and Diaz accommodated him there.
Diaz is allowing, this is how you win a fight.
Malignaggi shot a left hand as he was going backward, caught the chin of Diaz. The combination from Malignaggi. CompuBox numbers, he's outlanded him 16-8 so far in the round. And maybe that last combination that got in there helped. Diaz scores, they both score.
And here's the last seconds of that round where Diaz catches Malignaggi with a couple flares of punches, 2 left hands there. Could that have been enough to win that round?
30-27, Paulie Malignaggi. Paulie Malignaggi is keeping his distance beautifully. I mean, Juan Diaz can't reach him from that distance.
Well, in that last round, according to CompuBox, threw 28 more in the round.
Diaz's flurries look good, but a lot of times, all these combinations look good. And when you see them in slow motion, I think the 3rd round was not easy to score. I agree with Harold, however.
And Diaz is throwing a lot more jabs, especially he's trying to get in there, but Paulie's feet are just too fast. He's moving out of the way.
For Malignaggi could get extension on it. And the fans really into this fight with no local rooting interest.
And Diaz is really a lightweight coming up to junior welter.
Malignaggi trying to get Diaz to attack. End of the 4th. Somewhere down the road, been studying for his LSATs.
This is what Diaz needs to do. He needs to try and get Malignaggi up against the ropes.
Malignaggi feels strong. He has not been on his toes. And when he's not on his toes, he gives Diaz these kind of opportunities. Diaz is carrying the round.
That right hand inside.
You know, Malignaggi doesn't need to trade with him at this point. You know, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. What he's been doing so far is been winning in the fight. Now he's making it a bit more even, especially making himself.
But that feeling can betray him.
In round 4, you know, being close rounds that, I mean, could go either way. He really has.
Right.
And then in the 4th, for the first time in the fight, Diaz actually outlanded Malignaggi, and he's here in round 5, just in the power connects.
Yep.
Yielded some turf, and Diaz has been able to take advantage.
And this is Diaz really throwing some good combinations in there. This is what Malignaggi needs not to be doing, standing in that type of close quarters to allow Diaz to throw his repertoire of punches. Any one punch can get through.
Saying, footwork.
He gets out of his profile and he can lose control of the fight.
Yeah. And fans of both fighters, when they see the slow motion replays, they weren't that devastating. Who's landing the punches?
Good body shot by Diaz, and he steps in with a right.
When Malignaggi lands on Diaz, then Diaz will have extended flurries where he seems to land 5, 6, 8 punches.
Right hand. Oh, Diaz is hurt. That right hand shook Diaz.
In a round, Diaz was winning.
Malignaggi's got him hurt. Go to the body is what you should be doing, not messing around. Don't know the point of any of that.
And Malignaggi throws a good uppercut right on the Diaz's jab, causes him to flutter a bit with his feet.
Paulie Malignaggi, his natural ability is to clown, and that's all there is to it. No excuse for it. Absolutely none. 5-1, Malignaggi.
Well, Harold, while there may be some wisdom in it in the sense that Diaz was hurt with an uppercut, replay showed that he wasn't hurt as badly as maybe we thought at first.
Cut on the left eye of Antonio Diaz in our first fight. Diaz did not answer the bell for the start of the 7th round. It's still to come in its entirety against Kevin Johnson. Have you ever had a trainer tell you just take the round off?
Trainer tells me to take a round off after I've been winning a fight. Say, okay, take a round off and then start it up the next round.
It's also not necessarily in the temperament of Juan Diaz as he keeps coming forward. That's his style.
Fighter gets behind his opponent. The better way for Malignaggi to demonstrate how in control he is by landing punches.
On the ropes, where he sees Malignaggi, or forces Malignaggi to be moving a lot more, Malignaggi to the body, trying to get to that body. Whoa, he needs to just stay on his toes like his corner says. And
again, he tried to land that right hand inside for Diaz.
It's not impossible to imagine that that's held against him.
Malignaggi goes to the body. Diaz tries to go to the body. Malignaggi kind of stands in the middle of the ring. Now he moves away, but in the sequence before, he stands in and he kind of just turns. Isn't that where Diaz has to put punches together and jump on him like here?
Yeah. Hit him to the body. Hit him anywhere he can hit him. Not really just be a headhunter, but he's got a whole body to hit and mix up the punches. Make Malignaggi think about what's coming at him.
All these punches are getting blocked. Good left hand to the body by Diaz. Not a lot of clean shots, volume.
Side of fight that could go either way. There have been a bunch of them. There are probably some close scorecards.
Trying to get to the right range for him. Diaz, when he had those 7 defenses of his lightweight title.
That's to Malignaggi's credit, working more consistently than he has in the past. Often throughout this fight, he's not giving Diaz a stationary target to hit.
And you know, Diaz is not one of those moves with his jab in this particular fight.
And Malignaggi's also a natural junior welterweight.
Again, Malignaggi illustrate that point. Paulie Malignaggi, no knockdowns in the fight.
This guy is the essence of ring generalship. Talking about Paulie Malignaggi. He uses that big ring beautifully to keep Juan Diaz at a distance where Juan Diaz can't get inside and score. Up jab. You know, every so often he throws a combination, drops the right hand on him, and is totally outboxing him. Juan Diaz got inside nicely to win rounds 8 and 9 with hard shots.
Trains in a big ring all the time, so he's used to a 20-foot ring.
You can tell the way, but you listen to what the corners say in between rounds. And Diaz's
controlled the action, as Harold pointed out, and consistent workflow going.
In what seems like an evenly matched fight. The controversy comes where you have...
Oh, they're counting that a knockdown.
No, I didn't understand that one unless his glove touched the ground. Well, if you get hit and you're off balance, I've never seen that before, where a referee gives you an 8 count because you slipped or your balance is off.
And there's no standing 8 count. So it's been ruled a knockdown here at the end of round number 10. Take a look at it right here. It was ruled a knockdown. It's behind the head, cuffing. Wow. I mean, did that glove really touch the ground? And well, that's not a punch that should even been ruled.
No.
But it was from a punch that was from behind the head.
And Malignaggi appeared to have won the round. You just saw Harold's card, 10-8. That fighter A wins, and yet fighter B is awarded those rounds anyway, but they gave it to the other guy. You saw that last week in the Sergio Martinez-Paul Williams fight.
He has a double left. It's not as if the first one didn't land. Right. The second one was blocked.
Everyone may not feel that way.
Chant of Diaz again as the...
Tension off of Diaz. That doesn't score you any points either.
You know, that controversial cuff behind the head ruled a knockdown.
You know, there should be a remedy for that.
So the referee thinks, I haven't seen too much of it. Sometimes it's a defensive move. You're trying to get your hand up.
Diaz doing some good work here.
So much for all the boxing that Malignaggi was supposed to do. He's in Diaz's wheelhouse.
Diaz is winning the round.
Doubles the left hand. Malignaggi blocked it. Right scored by Diaz. Malignaggi tries to come back with an uppercut inside.
Oh, I understand what Malignaggi's doing with that elbow now. What he's doing is trying to push off Diaz, and he's using the elbow, but sometimes it can be...
The judges have to say.
Good round 12 for Diaz. Great end, fun fight.
For the winner and the new NABO Junior Welterweight Champion of the World from Brooklyn, New York, Paulie the Magic